Well, today we're just going to do a ride here. It was kind of an unexpected ride, and we're just going to kind of give you a little update on what's going to be going on. So stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I don't have a particular subject I'm going to talk about on this ride, because honestly, I didn't think I was going to make it. It was supposed to be pouring down rain by the time I got out here today, and so I really was not expecting to be able to do a ride today, which meant I didn't have anything to really talk about, because I'll normally try and, I'm not going to say research, but I put some thought into the subjects that I talk about, and well, some of them I do research, and I don't have anything really ready for a video, so this is what we're going to have. But you know, I thought what I would do is just kind of let you guys know what's going on with us a little bit here, and some of the things that we're going to be trying to take care of. And I guess, well, I tell you what, there's a lot of trash on this road right now. Oh, they got some pretty hay out there. But one of the things that I've been contemplating doing, and I want to get some comments down below, is a range test on my Trek bike. And I use a BBSO2, and it's a 17.5 amp hour, 48 volt battery, and it lasts a long time. If we look at it right now, we're at 90%, and I'm 21 miles since I charged it up the last time. It was 21.1 miles we've got. And what I typically will end up doing, that will go down if I turn up the passenger assist, but it'll start to go up if I turn that off some. What I will typically do is I'll ride through the week. Well, we'll put a ride on the weekends. I'll have it charged up for the weekend, and we'll put at least one ride on, Michelle and myself, and that might be anywhere from 25 to 30 miles. And then I'll ride it the rest of the week. I might ride it the second time on the weekend. A lot of times I'll take out my fat tire bike for the second ride on the weekend. And but then I'll ride this in the evenings or in the mornings. And so I'll end up putting maybe 60 miles, 70 miles. And by the time Friday rolls along and we're getting ready for the following weekend, well, it still has about 60% of the battery, and I don't want to rely on that number and put 85, 90 miles on a charge. I don't know, it might get down to the 40% and then drop to nothing all of a sudden, and so I'll end up charging it up at that point right there. So, but I may have the opportunity to do a good range test on it. We are going to be headed up in a little while to, what's it called, Greenbrier River Trail maybe, something along those lines, but we're staying in about the midway of it, and it's going to be up around the Case Scenic Railway, so we should have several videos coming out on our trip up there. Where do we want to go? I think we'll head down Saserac Trail Road here. But where we're staying is about 25 to 30 miles south of the Case Scenic Railway, and that is where the trailhead starts, is right there. And they've got shuttle services all around there that they'll take you and your bikes up to there. And so Michelle and I are going to go up there. We're going to take our bikes. You know, we're going to let them shuttle our bikes up. We're going to ride back. That's going to be 25 or 30 miles. And then Michelle's going to break off, I think. She might get a wild hair and say, come on, let's go. But if the weather is cooperating and the trail looks like I believe it's going to end up looking, I'm thinking I might just go ahead and shoot for the whole 77 miles. Now, on the one hand, I think, oh, boy, that'd be a great range test, but I will say, this trail drops like 2,000 feet in the 77 miles. And so a lot of it's going to be downhill. To be honest with you, that's really about the only reason I'm contemplating my butt making it 77 miles in one day, because I can stand up, or not stand up, but set up and just let the bike drift. I'm thinking quite a bit of this. This is a rail trail, so it's not going to be a lot of steep grades, I can tell you that. Well, of course, it's through West Virginia, so they might be pretty steep. They might be pretty steep. You know, they double-headed a lot of them trains. But that's one of the things that's pretty exciting that's going on. Like I say, we're going to have I'm sure, several videos on that right there. What else is going on? Well, by the time you see this video, you've probably seen some of the others where I said, you know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just use the helmets for Michelle to be talking on the mic, or if the camera's attached to her bike for, you know, me. And I don't think I'm going to do that. You know, after I had mentioned that, I listened to a video, and I like Michelle's voice to be just every bit as prominent as mine is on there. I don't want it to be, you know, like hers is in the background or anything like that. Yeah, we're at 95% now on this battery. So, it gets a lot of mileage. I think what I'll do is when I get down to the bottom here, I'll flip it over to the voltage, and I'll let you know what voltage I've got left. But that's why actually I went ahead and attached the camera to my bike today, and just so that I would be reminded, hey, stick on the wireless, make sure everything's still working good on that. And so we're using the wireless mic today instead of the hardwired lavalier. But yeah, I think we'll go up there and check out what they're doing with that property that they've cut up. I don't want to get too far out because we are going to be getting some rain here. But I looked at the radar and it looked like I had a good hour to be safe. It spit on me a few times, but all right, let's go ahead and see if we can stand here for just a second, keep our balance, and then go ahead and go. Yeah, there's a car way down there. I wasn't going to try and keep my balance for that long standing still. Little steps, Blaine, little steps. You're getting old. You don't take them big leaps like you used to, because you fall down from them. But yeah, I think the next video that we do that we're gonna be kind of shooting together, I think we're gonna go ahead and wire her up as well. And so I'd like a few comments on that as far as the differences when we get that going. What else is going on? Well, the never-ending saga of the Komoot with the pictures. No, I'm not going to talk about that so much today. I am going to talk a little bit about why I like to do, or why I'm so kind of obsessed with doing that. And the reason is because of the route planner on Komoot. You know, I'm still thinking we're going to do a video on how we plan out these routes. Basically the steps we go through to plan them out. But one of the things that's really nice on the route planner of Komoot, well, they're planting the fields up there, it looks like. Way on up there. So I'll be kind of interested to see what that looks like when we get up there. Oh, what did we not do? We did not check our, I just reset everything. Why'd you do that, Blaine? I forget how you get in. Oh, you double click that. So let's go down and see what the battery indicator has though. For voltage, we're still at 49.7 volts, and we've been every bit of 22 miles. I can't believe I did that. Sitting here talking about that, and I reset it, so now I have no idea what I'll have on this charge here. But yeah, we're still at 49.6 volts on this, and we've been 22 miles every bit of that, maybe 23 miles. I don't know how far we just went since but I know the last time I looked at it, it was like 21.1 or 21.2. Man, I can't believe I did something dumb like that. I pressed the top and the bottom buttons, and that resets everything. I'm supposed to hit the power button twice. It is what it is. Maybe I'll be doing a range test on this bike anyway. But back to the Komoot stuff. You know, their route planner, they've got all of these highlights in there, points of interest, parking and all these different things. But the nice thing about it is you can bookmark any of these, and so then when you open up your route planner, they turn blue. Now the really nice thing is you can add highlights yourself to it, and what you do then is you take a photo of it. So the reason that's the whole reason I'm looking to take all these pictures when I'm on the Komoot app, and not so much when I am on the Ride with GPS. This is not a feature, at least on the basic subscription for the Ride with GPS. But you can take a picture of the route. And so what I've been doing is taking pictures of, let's say, the Walnut Creek Trail. And I'll go ahead and snap a picture of it, and that'll geotag it onto there. And I can take a look at, you know, when we're routing different routes, because there are, like I said, a couple hundred miles of biking trails, not even including the off-road trails and stuff like that, throughout Raleigh and the little adjoining communities. And so many times we've rode through there and we've said, oh yeah, we remember this now, and when we were planning it, we had no idea. And so I thought it would be nice if we had an idea when we were building the route, and we can, you know, take a look at one of them highlights or bookmarks, whatever you call it, and say, you know what, I do remember that trail, it's really nice, let's route over to that one instead of taking this one right here, or something along those lines. So we've been pretty busy with that. We had it fixed up for a while, and then it started doing the same thing again. And so, how y'all doing? And so we're just looking for a plan B. I did some more research into that, and it's actually my Motorola phone that's giving me the trouble. And what tipped me off to that was I was listening to a YouTube channel, just listening to it while I was out biking, and I wanted to go ahead and snap a picture. I can't even remember what the picture was. It wasn't, I didn't have the routes on or anything like that. And when I snapped the picture, it shut the YouTube. And I said, So I turned on Pandora, tried a few pictures with that, and the same thing ended up happening. It closed Pandora. I said, aha, so this is not necessarily a problem from Komoot, it's a problem with the interface between Komoot and the Motorola. And when I looked into that some more, I found out, yes indeed, that is an issue with the Motorola phones. So what do we do about it? Well, I did find out that if I take a picture with my camera, I don't want to say the name because it'll cut everything off. If I take a picture with my camera, it also geotags, and I don't have to have the Komoot app turned on in order for it to geotag. I can go back and pull up a ride that I did months ago. I can take a picture right here and pull up a ride from months ago and add that photo, and it'll geotag right to where it goes. And I thought that, you know, that might be something that some of you guys are looking at and saying, well, duh, of course it does. But me, I was kind of blown away from that, you know. Look how cool that is. Look how easily they could be tracking me. Goes both ways, goes both ways. But that's been going on. We've got another video going to be coming out soon that Michelle is going to be talking about. Next thing on the agenda there is we're going to be putting together another video. Michelle's going to be talking about how we plan the road trips that we do. Not so much how we plan a route, how we plan. No, let me rephrase that. How Michelle plans these routes, because she's the one that's planning them, believe me. She just says, this is what we're going to do. And I say, oh man, that sounds kind of like fun. Are you going to be there? Yeah, I'll be there. Okay, then we'll have fun. And I'm in. So, you know, but she says she'd like to do a video on that because there's quite a bit goes into it. And what else is going on? Well, we're looking forward. We got a nice route pulled up for this weekend. So that should be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to it. And yes, it's a local one, not the other one. We're still investigating the, you know, I'm not really interested in fighting traffic. I want to go back this same way rather than messing around with the traffic going down through there. But we're still in the planning stage on our trip up to West Virginia. She had talked about a lot of backcountry roads, almost single track roads that are around there that she's seeing. And so we're going to make several routes on that. And what else is going on? You know, that's probably going to go ahead and wrap it up for us. So, yeah, I think we're just going to wrap it up right there. This is, you know, this reminds me, there was, what was the name of that show? Seinfeld, or Jerry Seinfeld, or something like that. He had a show one time. It was a show about, he was writing a movie or a script or something. It was a show about nothing. Well, that's what this is about, nothing. So, hey, that's going to wrap it up. But till next time, let that get on by. Till next time, Internet, this is Southern Ebiking telling you, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels turning. Once again, we're out.